So, you want to compete with Max Verstappen? I would suggest you think that again, because it's not easy to become a Formula 1 driver, and it's not easy to compete with drivers like Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, etc. Hey everyone, today we're talking about how to become a Formula 1 driver, but let me tell you, it's not walk in the park, it's super tough and crazy competitive. Since the beginning of Formula 1, there have only been about 775 drivers, and right now in 2024, there are only 20 races on the grid. Yup, just 20 drivers in the whole wide world who get to say they are F1 drivers. It's not something you can just pick up overnight. It takes years and years of practice and training. And when I say practice, I mean lots and lots of it. Like spending hours on the track every single day, and that means missing out on stuff with your friends and family. Plus, being a driver isn't just about driving. When they are not on the track, they are still working hard. They're training their brains to stay focused and keeping their bodies in tip-top shape. And let's not forget about the money side of things. It's not cheap to be a racer. You have got to pay for everything from gear to travel expenses, and a lot of times drivers have to pay their own way to get to the top. For example, the GOAT of the sport, Latifi, back in 2021, he had to pay around $30 million to Williams Racing. Forget it, let's jump to our first step. First step, you have to start karting like other drivers. Don't expect to hop behind the wheel of multi-million-dollar F1 car right off the bat. Karting is like the preschool of racing. You learn the ABCs, accelerate, brake and cry. Actually when you don't win, but seriously, it's where you lay the foundation for your racing career. So, how are you supposed to train? If you want to be like many current F1 drivers, you will start with kart. Karting is a great way to learn the fundamentals before you move on to more powerful vehicles. F1 cars and karts share a lot of similarities. Obviously, they are nowhere near F1 cars when it comes to speed and capability. While karting may not be as fast as F1 car, the competition can be just as intense. It's all about mastering those corners and beating your opponents to the finish line. Actually, karting also costs quite a bit. For example, a season of karting can cost $2,000 to $10,000. If your karting career was successful, well done! Next up, we are graduating to junior formula racing, Formula 4 or Formula 3. Now, things are getting a bit serious because it costs more, around 1.2 million per season. It's quite cheap, right? As you progress to junior formula racing, like Formula 4 or Formula 3, competition intensifies. With the increased speed of the cars comes increased expenses. It's not just a small amount of money we're talking about here. You're looking at a hefty investment to keep your racing dreams alive. Let's say you did it and won the world champion of F3. The next step is typically joining F2. That's a route most drivers take, unless you're like Max Verstappen and go straight to F1. Oh, I forgot to mention, the scouts are always watching. If they see you zooming around like a lightning McQueen, they might just invite you to join the Formula 2. I'm going to skip the part of Formula 2, so think of it that somebody says to you this.
You are the world champion! The world champion!
Well done, you did it. Now you're the world champion of F2. Sounds good, right? But here's the catch. If there's no seat for you in F1, you have to wait until one opens up. And during that time, you can't participate in F2 races anymore. Finally, one seat opens up for you and the drama begins. Good luck.
This is really frustrating, Lewis Hamilton.
It's a really bizarre one, and it's harsh on Hamilton.
No! No!
Shit on him.
Mikey, that is so not right. That is so not right.
Toto,
Yes.
it's called a motor race, okay?
Sorry?
We went to car racing.